Ice doesn't just freeze water, it freezes time. For thousands, sometimes millions of years, ice has silently preserved creatures, secrets and horrors that were never meant to be seen again. And when that ice melts, those things come back. Some of them still look alive, some still contain blood, and some could still be dangerous. Scientists have uncovered things in frozen ice that completely changed what we know about Earth, and in some cases, what we fear about it. From perfectly preserved ancient humans to creatures that shouldn't even exist anymore, to discoveries that could threaten our future. These are the 10 scariest things ever found frozen in ice. Number 1. The ancient virus that came back to life. In Siberia, scientists made a discovery that sounded like science fiction. They found a virus frozen in ice for 30,000 years. But here's the terrifying part. When they brought it into a lab, it came back to life. The virus, named pitovirus, was still infectious after tens of thousands of years trapped in frozen ground. That means ice isn't just preserving bones, it's preserving diseases. Diseases that humans have never encountered before. And as global temperature rises, more ice is melting, which means more ancient viruses could be released. Viruses with no cure, no immunity, no warning. Some scientists believe the next global pandemic might not come from animals, but from the ice itself. Number 2. The screaming frozen horse head. In 2018, researchers uncovered something deeply disturbing in Siberian permafrost. It was the perfectly preserved head of a horse, not bones, not a fossil, but actual skin, actual hair, actual flesh. Even its eyelashes were still visible. The horse died over 40,000 years ago, yet it looked like it died yesterday. Its mouth was slightly open as it's frozen in its final moments, almost like it was screaming. This discovery proved how powerful ice preservation really is. It doesn't just preserve skeletons, it preserves moments, the last moments of life. Number 3. The frozen human sacrifice victims. High in the Andes Mountains, scientists discovered frozen bodies of children. They weren't buried, they were left sitting, alone, frozen in place for over 500 years. These children were part of ancient rituals. They were sacrificed, left on mountain tops to freeze to death, and because of extreme cold, their bodies never decomposed. Their faces were still intact, their hair still braided, their expression still visible. They looked peaceful, but they died alone, cold, abandoned, preserved forever. Number 4. The giant frozen wolf. In 2021, researchers found the body of a massive wolf frozen in Siberian ice. It was over 32,000 years old, but unlike fossils, this wolf still had fur, still had teeth, still had organs. Even its stomach contents were preserved. Scientists could see what it ate before it died. It was like opening a window into a world that no longer exists. Predators that once ruled the frozen wilderness, creatures that vanished long before humans built cities, now revealed again. Number 5. The frozen forest under the ice. In Antarctica, scientists made a shocking discovery. They drilled deep into the ice and found a forest, not fossilized wood, but an entire ancient forest ecosystem. Trees, leaves, soil, perfectly preserved beneath miles of ice. This forest existed over 90 million years ago, before humans, before modern animals, before the world became what it is today. It proved that Antarctica was once warm and alive, which means Earth can change dramatically and it can happen again. Number 6. The frozen plane crash victims. In frozen mountain regions, climbers sometimes encounter things they never expect. Bodies, victims of plane crashes lost decades ago, preserved by the cold, their clothing intact, their faces recognizable. They never decomposed because ice stopped time. Some of these bodies are only discovered when glaciers melt and reveal them. People who vanished finally found, but only because the ice let them go. Number 7. The perfectly preserved Ice Age poppy. In Siberia, scientists discovered a poppy frozen for over 18,000 years. It looked like it was sleeping. Its fur was soft, its nose intact, its teeth visible. It wasn't a fossil, it was a real animal, frozen moments after death. No one knows exactly what species it was. It might have been a wolf or one of the first dogs ever to exist. Either way, it had been waiting in the ice for 18,000 years. Number 8. The frozen mammoths with liquid blood. One of the most terrifying discoveries ever made was a frozen woolly mammoth. When scientists examined it, they found liquid blood, not frozen solid. Liquid. After 40,000 years, its muscles were still preserved, its skin still flexible, its body still intact. Some scientists believe mammoths could even be cloned using preserved DNA, meaning extinction might not be permanent. Ice didn't just preserve the mammoths, it preserved possibility. Number 9. The frozen soldiers of war. In icy regions where wars were fought, soldiers who died in the cold were never buried. They were frozen, locked in place. Decades later, melting ice reveals them, still wearing uniforms, still holding equipment, still exactly where they fell. It's like discovering ghosts of history, war frozen in time, moments that never moved forward until now. Number 10. The man who died 5,300 years ago. One of the most famous frozen discoveries was a man found in ice. He died over 5,000 years ago, but his body was perfectly preserved. His skin, his face, even his wounds. Scientists discovered he was murdered, shot with an arrow, left to die in the cold. His body froze and stayed hidden until modern humans found him. His killer was never caught. His final moments preserved forever. Ice is more than frozen water. It's a vault, a time capsule, a graveyard. It holds creatures that ruled the earth before us. Humans who lived, suffered, and died long before our time. And things we may not be ready to face, because every year the ice melts more, and every year it reveals something new, something ancient, something forgotten, something that was never meant to return. The real question isn't what we've already found, it's what's still waiting, frozen in the dark.